Good morning, grade 6 girls. I hope you are doing well. Let us continue the last part today of skeletal and muscular system. So I'm sure now by the end of the lesson you are able to explain how the skeletal and muscular system work together. We have covered the different systems here. We studied about bones, ligaments, cartilage, connective tissue. I told you how are bones made up of. We covered how do they grow. And in our yesterday's class, I taught you about different joints. That is ball and socket joint, gliding joint, hinge joint, and here next. This was your anyone? Yes, this one is ball and socket joint. This one, girls? Yes, it starts with G, gliding joint, like it slides over, I told you. And here, this one, anyone? This one, like example, your elbow, your knee, you cannot do it in 360 degrees. You can just move it towards you, but away from you, you cannot turn it more. This is called as hinge joint, your elbows and your knee bones. This is what I explained yesterday. I told you about fractures and sprain, how the ligament, if it is stretched, I told you osteoporosis and arthritis is disease genetics. We stopped here in arthritis. So what is arthritis? It is a disease that causes joint to swell. Your joints, they will swell, they become stiff and they are painful. It's very difficult for your grandmother, grandfather, or some of them to get up from their bed, for to walk, or when they're sitting, it's very difficult for them to stand up. When they are standing up, just to change their positions, their joints, when they are not able to move their joints, that means they can be a victim of arthritis. It may also cause the joint to become mishappen, as shown in the photo. Oh my God. A person with arthritis finds it difficult to move the affected joint. Here is all the a summary that osteoporosis is a disease that causes bone to become thin and weak. Okay, doesn't it easily breaks? When I say arthritis, it is with the joints to stiff and to swell and they become painful. And I told you that it also affects when in childhood you're not drinking enough milk, you're not taking in good calcium to grow your bones. So later on, to avoid all these medical issues, please take care of your health and take care of your parents. Okay, next. Muscles pump. What are the main functions of muscular system? What are the main functions of muscular system? Muscles pump body through your body. Muscles pump blood through your body, right? They help us to breathe. Like example, our heart has made of muscles, cardiac muscles, that helps to pump the heart to send the blood. The muscular system is mostly made of muscles that allow your body to move and be flexible. Muscle is actually the tissue that contracts and relaxes, and that's the reason it moves. Your body has three kinds of muscles: skeletal, smooth, and cardiac. Again, skeletal muscle, smooth muscle, and cardiac muscle. Now let me explain you here. Muscle is the tissue that contracts and relaxes. I told you there are three types of muscles: cardiac muscles, skeletal. You can see those straight lines. I might show you the picture, more clear picture of cardiac muscle, skeletal muscle. And you can see how here it contracts and relaxes. If one of the muscle contracts, it's called a flexor. The other one, it relaxes. Same way here. Here, this way, when you're making straight, when you're making your hands straight or your legs straight, the flexor relaxes and the extensor contracts. Extensor is your lower part of your arm, below your, I can say the lower part of your arm is called extensor. So you can see when you fold, the flexor contracts your, the above part of arm, and the extensor relax. Bicep muscles is the flexor that contracts to bend the arm. The triceps muscle is the insect. I'm sure you know about the biceps and triceps. If not, you can further see its meaning and ask me. So what are the three types of muscle? Again, skeletal, smooth, and cardiac. I told you, whenever you hear this word cardiac, remember it's up to heart. It's something I'm talking about heart. That's why the doctor of heart, you call him as cardiologist. Voluntary muscle is a skeletal muscle that you are able to control. Girls, the word voluntary. Okay, when you are volunteers in your class, you are controlling your class. It's up to you how to control. Okay, that is how we control. You are able to control. Okay, example, when I want, I will move my hand. When I don't want, I will not move my hand. But blinking of eye, is it in your control? Pumping of your heart, is it in your control? No. So that's called as involuntary. This is involuntary. Muscle is the smooth and cardiac muscle you cannot control. So I'm sure you know the difference. Voluntary, moving your legs, moving your hands. Involuntary, pumping of heart, blinking of your eye. Next, smooth muscles, cardiac muscles, and skeletal muscles. Each we will see what are their functions. They are found in internal organs. Where are they found? First, let us see where are they found. Smooth muscle in internal organs and blood vessels. Inside the blood vessels, blood capillaries. Cardiac muscle, that's the heart, that makes up the heart. Skeletal is attached to the bones by tough strands of tissues called tendons. You remember I told you about ligaments? Okay, so there also you have some tissue muscle attached to the bone, which is immediately attached to the bone. That is tough strands. Those lines when you see in the diagram that comes, that is a tissue called as tendons. Tendon is not a bone. It is attached to the bone. The muscle attached to the bone. It's a very tough strand. It's called as tendons. Now, most skeletal muscles work in pairs around a joint. The flexor bends the joint. The extensor straightens the joint. This is what I've shown you in the picture before. As one, if the flexor contracts, the extensor relaxes. This is how it shows. See, this is the flexor and this is the extensor. If flexor contracts, the extensor relaxes. And what is happening here, girls, in this picture? First of all, point on to where is a flexor. This is a flexor and this is the extensor.